There we go. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. This week felt like it just zoomed by. I don't know if you guys felt the same way. But we are here together. I'm going to see if anyone can join me live. If you're watching this taped, great. Again, reminder, please, we're talking about, hey, Steph, we're talking about Holiday Motivation Series. If you have not checked out Wednesday and Thursday's video, Wednesday we talked about permission and food freedom. Yesterday we talked about fitting in our workouts or maybe lack thereof and what that means. And today we are talking about why we may not be making ourselves a priority, especially this time of year. And I'm going to say this with all the love in the world, that this time of year also precipitates to the rest of the year. And that's the reality, right? And that's why we really focus on making sure that what you're doing for yourself and your waistline and all the things with the 3M works in your life. Because when the holidays hit, or summertime hits, or vacation hits, or sickness hits, it throws us in a bit of a spin. So in a nutshell, why are we not making ourselves a priority? And what does that mean? Lots of juiciness here today. So make sure you have a notebook and a pen in hand. As with the other videos, I would love for you to give me your biggest takeaway from them. If you have any questions, like Leslie had a question yesterday, which was amazing, regarding sort of she doesn't get joy from food. She actually gets really joy, and it's great for her. She craves working out for her mood. So, or a lot of people, people are out there that do emotional eating, right? And look for food to crutch them in certain ways. Sometimes people search for that in workouts. Okay. And not in a negative way. Okay. Emotional eating is a little bit different. Anyways, I'm not going to jump into that rabbit hole right now because I'll talk to her about that. But I will say this about the Holiday Motivation Series, the last thing we've done, super important. And we are going to expand on this even more next Tuesday in office hours. So if you have a chance to go over your notes, questions arise, you want clarity about certain things, you want support in certain areas, please let me know. Okay, please let me know, because I am here to support you through this. And like I said, I'm not sitting here saying, got it all figured out every day, yay, right? I feel the feels too, stressed, anxiety, overwhelmed. Even today, I was just like, holy crap, like there's like 12 days to Christmas and I have so much to do, right? But I have learned through the years how to talk myself through it and the shifts that I need to make to get through it. For one, sanity, and for two, making sure that I'm not walking out of the holidays 15 pounds heavier like I did in yesteryear. Okay? And that's what I'm teaching you guys, and that's what I teach my clients. Anyways, so let me know how many, if you see me looking down, I have lots of notes for today. How many of you guys are guilty of not making yourself a priority in the last few weeks? Yeah, totally raising my hands too, because right now it is a bit of a reality that everyone's needs are coming before mine. There's a lot of demand from me, and my energy is out. And am I not making myself the priority that I would really love to be doing? Sure. Right? But again, I've learned to find the balance here, and I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. But I feel when I talk to a lot of clients through this time of year, it comes down to other people's other people's needs being put on you. Reality is that we're women, we're natural nurturers. If you're a mom and you have kids, they have demands from you. Your spouse and your family have, I keep saying demands, it's needs from you. Work that's a demands from you, right? Staff, you're in a busy work environment. And you can find yourself very easily, work is a great example. You can find yourself very easily eating lunch at your desk, forgetting to fill up your water bottle, right? Just going because it's Q4, I need to have this project done. We need to reevaluate the year. We need to plan for Q1 2020, all the things. And then you get home, you're exhausted. You end up just eating the nuggets off your kid's plate because you weren't able to think about dinner, and you just grabbed stuff after hockey practice on the go on the way home. And you're tired because you're staying up late because it's the only time that you have to GSD, get shit done. The only time that you have for yourself is before bed. Then you're waking up super tired and not motivated or driven to do your workout because the morning is the only realistic time for you to be doing your workouts right now. And then all of a sudden now we're stuck into this hamster wheel, right? Let me know if this sounds familiar in any way, shape, or form. Steph, if you're watching, let me know. And there's massive guilt that comes around because we are not present for ourselves, and we may not even be present for our kids and family, even though we may think we are. Who's ever texted or checked emails when they're trying to cook dinner, right? We're the queens of multitasking. We can do it. But trying to really be present, it's going that way this week. Yeah, totally relatable. It's trying to be present for everyone, including ourselves, is tough. And that's what we're going to dive into today. And there's a massive guilt around it if we're not, for everybody, right? So what can we do? Number one, without sounding too woo-woo, is really looking at your day and where are certain things that you can say no to. Okay, I know it sounds so simple and you may have heard of this before, but it really is one of those things that we spend so much of our time doing shit that we should be doing. But at the end of it all, we look back and did we really enjoy it for ourselves, right? And I get it, with work, there's demands and there's things that need to get done. And it's our job. And I get it, home life, there's things that need to be done. But, are there certain things that we can just blatantly say no to? For example, I have a cookie exchange here this afternoon. And in my head, I was like, oh, I'm going to make these, because I'm like the fitness health girl. I'm the nutrition coach. Got to make something healthy, right? And I was like, oh, I'm going to make these, cool. Maybe I'll make some fat bombs, or I'll make some, vegan fudge or something fun like that. I went to the store around the corner from my house and I bought chocolate covered pretzels, cookies, and some macarons. That is my cookie exchange. I just said no. I just did not have the capacity to do it. Last year it was holiday cards. I love sending holiday cards because I love getting mail. I think when you get mail actually addressed to you, that's not a bill or a flyer, it feels good, right? I love mail. Didn't happen. Okay, certain things to say no to. The birthday parties this year. Maybe there's a social event that you don't really love going to, but you feel guilty if you don't go to it. Whatever it may be, okay? Friends are maybe asking you to volunteer here or do that, right? And you feel like you should, but are we really getting the joy out of it? Because when it comes down to the real big reason why we're not making ourselves a priority is because it's uncomfortable. And that is just women by nature, okay? It's not you, it's not me, it's just the way women are from Mars, men are from Venus. It's just the way we are wired, okay? It's uncomfortable. And with that, also, we use it, being busy is a way that we use to numb or maybe even avoid things, right? So it's very easy for us to say, I'm so busy, I can't fit the workout, I'm so busy, I can't plan dinner 2-3 nights ahead, I'm so busy, I just want to eat chips all the time. Like, it's very easy because we have taken on too many things and we feel accomplished by taking on those things, and we might even see them through. Probably do 100% of the time, right? Teacher asked you to make a dozen muffins for the bake sale at your school. Sure, did it, right? But for some reason, putting that focus on us is naturally uncomfortable. Plus, it's very easy for us to numb and avoid things, right? Maybe we haven't been the best with our diet. Maybe we haven't been looking to 3 days ahead. Maybe our water has really sucked. Intake has really sucked. Okay, so we just numb that and avoid that reality with just saying to ourselves, we're super, super busy. Do I make myself clear? Does that make sense? Steph, you're watching live, let me know. Because we ultimately, we're doers. We want to feel accomplished because and when we don't feel like we're accomplishing something within our health and what we want to do it, and if we don't feel like we're accomplishing what we really want to do, we bury it with things that we say that people are, yes, thanks, Steph. People are putting the demands on us. And how we get around that is by simply saying no. It may feel uncomfortable. It may feel weird. I remember when I started practicing this stuff, I got major FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. I'm like saying no to this. I'm like, but am I really missing out on it? Right? Massive FOMO. But I knew that it just wasn't serving me. It wasn't gonna, right, bring me the joy at the end of the day that I deserve. And I was talking to a colleague about this yesterday, and I said, isn't it not funny, but isn't it, we often say to ourselves, let me think about how I'm going to say this. We often are wishing away the happiest time of the year, right? Christmas lover, holiday lover, whatever, or not, this is such a great opportunity for such happiness and fun and joy, all those cheesy words, but it's true. And majority of us, and I've been there, are wishing it away, right? Wishing it just to be done. School back, January 6th, back to routine, right? It's almost like the end of summer. We'd never want summer to end, but that last few weeks in August, or you guys in the States, beginning of August, you're just like wishing it to be over, to get back to it. And here's the reality, guys. You are the CEO of your time. You are the CEO of your own life. You are in charge of it. So we need to step into that power and take back that control over our time. And again, I understand there's work demands, there's things that are wanted of us in certain areas. I get it. We have ailing parents that demand our time, whatever, that need our time. I keep saying demand, that need our time. I understand. But a lot of the time, what happens is that we're doing these things and we're unfocused and we're overbooked. Okay, unfocused, the typical one for me, it was the texting during dinner. You're at dinner, you're doing a million things. You're filling out forms for school. Maybe you're baking the muffins for the next day. You're trying to get dinner on the plate and you're texting work, right? So we're unfocused, we're overbooked. And so where we can scale that is really by saying no and asking for support and start saying yes to ourselves. Okay, which I'm going to elaborate here in a second. Asking for help and support is so uncomfortable for us to do, and I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe it's a control thing. Like for myself, I'd rather just do it myself because it gets done and it's in a way that I want it to get done, right? It's like asking your husband to vacuum, but then he vacuums. You're like, oh, he did a shitty job. I'm just going to re-vacuum. Totally, I'm not type A. I'm totally like that. Learn to let it be. But asking for support it is a big one. Okay, where even if it's family, friends, kids, whatever it is, but also, for example, grocery gateway, right? Grocery shopping right now is like that 45 minutes. You're just like, ugh, right? And I usually like grocery shopping. I love strolling around the aisles and looking for different products and different things, but it's a pain in the butt right now. Do grocery gateway. Do it online. Get it delivered or get someone else to pick it up for you. I know it's not the best. Some people are like, well, I don't pick what I want. Just let it go. You're not doing it for weeks and months. Just doing it right now. Support, delegate, say no. Okay, very important. Please write that down. Support, delegate, say no. And look back, what things do you have, or look forward, what things do you guys have coming up in crunch time right now, the holidays, that you can get support on? Mine, I'll give you my example, is wrapping the presents. It's time consuming. I'm not great at it. I don't get a lot of joy out of it. I love doing the first few, and my kids don't get a lot, believe me. But then I'm just like, ugh, right? I asked my mom to come help, and she was like so excited because she doesn't have that anymore, right? Obviously her kids are grown, and they do a couple of presents for the grandkids, but that's it. But she's like super pumped about it. I get to do Santa's gifts. Yeah, come help me. My husband's the worst wrapper in the world, so he's like, I'm out. I'll just do a bag. And I think wrapping's nice. But anyways, that's just my example. So think of all the things that you've committed to. This is another one I would like you to think about. I want you to think about all the things that you've committed to in the last few weeks, so now going to the past, and that you've actually followed through with. Okay? Things that were asked of you. I know, Steph, it's a little bit different because you just got back from vacation, but you're in like super stress mode. Coming back after 2 weeks vacation with work, it's probably like, right? But all the things you committed to and followed through in the last couple weeks. And ask yourself, why don't you have the same follow through for yourself? Right? All these things have been asked for you for the last 3 weeks. Okay, going back to maybe to American Thanksgiving. Okay, and you did them. You accomplished them. Done. Why are you unable to follow through with yourself? Because making ourselves a priority is uncomfortable. We're either avoiding something, hiding something. Now building the house is a new priority. Oh my, and you're in crunch time with that, right? So, and you're probably following through on those things because they probably need answers from you, like boom, 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 boom. So it comes down, like I said, to us just being uncomfortable with putting the focus on us and with us having too much going on. It's really that. It sounds so simple, but I get that it's not easy to adjust and to fix. But if we can take small steps, right? Looking back at what we've accomplished, why we aren't focusing ourselves, where can we say no, where we can delegate anything, okay? And getting over the fact that it feels weird and uncomfortable and maybe you shouldn't be doing it because you're maybe worried about the outcome, like a shitty vacuum job, okay? But it is time for us to reevaluate and know that you are worthy of putting yourself in the spotlight. 100%. And maybe you think it, but your actions aren't supporting it. Okay, does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. You know you want to do the things for yourself, your health, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about how you look, everything. But your actions aren't supporting it. So it's reevaluating and know that you're worthy putting that spotlight back on you. I know the word selfish, when we think of it, is like sort of this bad word. It obviously is in some context, but I want you to shift your mindset around the word selfish. Because I'm really challenging you guys over the next 2-3 weeks to be selfish. Okay, for you. Putting the focus back on you. And you can do that through how you can prioritize yourself and stay on task. Okay, that's the easiest way to prioritize yourself. How can you stay on task? I love time blocking. Okay, my calendar is everything. I time block everything because number one, you see your bandwidth. Okay, when your to-do list is 20 action items long, and then you start blocking out those action items in your calendar in your day, you quickly see what you can and can't accomplish. And when you've time blocked time for you to think about your breakfast 2 to 3 days ahead, to think about the family meals and the crazy schedule that's going on with activities, to think about your water intake, to think about when you could possibly get a workout in, schedule it in. Okay, that's step number 1. Okay, it's that time blocking because, like we said, the days are so jammed right now and we're getting tired. So time blocking and reminders. Steph, you're amazing around that. Putting reminders in your phone. Crazy at work right now, can't even find time to forget to fill up your water bottle. Put a reminder in your phone. Ding, 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 ding. Time to move, fill up your water bottle. Okay. We have to recharge our battery. Okay. We have to find a time to recharge our battery, or again, we're wishing for the craziness to be over. We're wishing and craving back to our old routine, and we just forget the joy that the holidays are supposed to be and meant to be for us. And we cannot serve others, which is basically meaning we cannot be there for others and be present for others the way that they want from us, the way that we want to be for them, right? I don't want my kid to see me texting while I'm cooking dinner. I want to listen to his day. I want to watch my daughter coloring while, I'm boiling water, making pasta, whatever it may be. We cannot serve them the best until we serve ourselves. It's just the truth. And again, super simple, not necessarily easy, and something that you learn to do with time. And that's why this is sort of the end of the 3 days, because it's a big one. Steph, I think I'm lucky. My kitchen's a disaster, but I'm going out tonight to do errands by myself. I told hubby, I'm just saying Seymour. I told hubby he needs to clean this up and get the kids to bed. I'm sure the dishwasher won't be loaded properly, but oh well. He said fine and even left me dollars for Starbucks. Oh, good husband, right? And Steph, great example of a delegate. Looking at your bandwidth, just needing the time to get shit done, right? Get shit done. Okay, so you guys have your notebooks. I want you, this is the little homework for today. Very simple. List 3 things that you want to fit into your schedule that you have not been able to. 3 things. 3 things that will bring you some sense of joy. So don't say, the things that I'm telling you to do. Think 2-3 days ahead of meal prep, meal plan, water intake, workouts. Okay, I'm talking, and if the workouts bring you joy, like Leslie, then list it as one. But maybe it's waking up early and having a cup of coffee or warm lemon water outside. If you're not in sub-minus gazillion like we are up here, like Jen in Florida, right? Maybe that brings you joy, and you used to be able to do that, but you're so dog tired. Maybe it is going for a run. Okay, a 20-minute run. I used to love to run. I want to go for a run. Maybe it is, a workout, or it does feel good for you when you have your lunches and everything planned out. Whatever it may be, 3 things that you want to fit into your schedule that you have not been able to. Okay? And then we're going to go back to our lovely calendar. This isn't like a time management training, obviously, but a lovely calendar, and we're going to block that time in. And here's the key. The time is sacred. That time is sacred for you. And if you cannot fit in that time, 10, 20, half hour, whatever it is, doesn't have to be hours, then you have to go back and look at, what are we saying no to? What are we delegating? What are we just getting off our plate? Okay, because it goes back to that whole, we want to feel that sense of accomplishment. I get it, but we got to turn that accomplishment back on us. And please don't think of this as the go big or go home mentality. We talked about that yesterday in our workouts. Sometimes it's fun, it's joy, right? And if you want me to get sciencey with you, and I've talked to you guys about this, we already know the whole cortisol that we need to look at in our 40s, and our insulin and our thyroid, right? those lovely hormones that we're getting in balance, so our body naturally releases fluff. But if we're stressed and running around and that cortisol is, right? One of the best ways to bring it back in check is joy and fun. Okay? That will be better for your hormones than a 20-minute elliptical. I'm telling you right now, 100%. And this is the prime time to do it. We just have to make that a priority for us. Okay? So it doesn't need to be this, you know, got a body shape and lose the eggnog that I had the night before. Please, I think we've talked about that in the first couple of videos, that shift in our mindset that has to happen. This is you figuring out why you can accomplish everything else, but you can't accomplish what you need to do to focus on you. Okay, that's the big question. And it's all about why we're not prioritizing ourselves. And I'm sort of rambling here and getting back to it, but it's super, super important. So hopefully you guys got value from this. Let me know what your key takeaway was. Let me know if this made sense. Let me know if you had any major ahas. Okay. My biggest aha around this, and when I was training and learning about all this sort of mindset shift work and prioritizing ourselves and everything, was that I had to learn that my type A personality had to be put on the back burner a little bit, right? So I wanted to like do, control, until I burnt myself out. I did nothing for myself. I was tired. I didn't hate the holidays, but I just wasn't fully present, enjoyed the holidays, and I was 15 pounds heavier. But I did all the things that was asked for me, but I still didn't feel good. Okay? So that's where you learn to shift it. Because again, guys, this is a busy time, but there's always going to be busy times. Okay? Like I said, this doesn't stop. Even though the holidays is just days, there's always other periods in life where you're going to feel this sense of overwhelm. I just want to eat chips and watch Netflix. I don't know what to do. Right? Tired, stressed. So let me know again. I can ramble on forever and ever and ever. I got to go to my cookie exchange now. I'll take a picture for you guys. And let me know if you can relate in any way, if this resonates for you. I think there's some big key questions there to ask yourself if you want to share those 3 things that you want to fit into your schedule, and I can work with you over our group to help make that happen. Let me know, because I am here for you. Okay? With that said, I want to say a happy Friday. Have an amazing weekend. This is a busy, busy weekend. Water, business as usual. Water, business as usual. Okay? And I'll talk to you guys.